We're here today again talking with Suresh Kumar about the implications of the midterm elections on the United States trade policy agenda. And today we're going to talk about Trade Promotion Authority. That's the fast-track negotiating authority for trade agreements. And it's the authority that the President of the United States has to negotiate international agreements. The authority was in effect from 1975 to 1994, and again from 2002 to 2007. But it expired for new agreements on July 1st, 2007. In 2012, the Obama administration began seeking renewal of the authority, but that effort seems to have stalled. Suresh, maybe you can address why Trade Promotion Authority seems like it could be an important bipartisan issue.
When we elect a president, we need to provide him the tools to succeed, or her the tools to succeed. And that's what TPA really is. If the president has the authority, his administration can negotiate with confidence and, more importantly, inspire the folks they're negotiating with that they mean action and there is substance beyond their words. That's critical. That's bipartisan. That should be available to every president and his administration. So it's it's one of these things. Ask and we will grant it. But when you ask, we will attach other conditions to it. Has been a form of political maneuvering, unfortunately, which has come to stay. But I think, again, these negotiations are not amongst us. These negotiations are between countries and at forums like the World Trade Organization. Together, we need to look like a strong America, not a divided America where the president does not have much substance behind words or the administration doesn't really know, if people don't know if the negotiation happens, whether there's weight behind to enforce those. I think it's a bit of posturing, but I don't think we should be hamstrung. We should not be allowing people we negotiate with to second guess and play us at our own game.
And how would we, in the next 2 years at least, be able to deliver the message to Congress in particular that allowing this fast-track authority to languish on the back burner is in fact not good for U.S. exporters and won't help us, as you pointed out earlier in our conversation this week, continue to move forward and see the kind of results that we've been seeing from the Obama administration in terms of its overall national export strategy?
Check and balances are good. And in some ways, these things come to Congress and ask for permission and ask for request the authority to be provided and then move on. It's a nice thing. Sometimes I think, why shouldn't it be automatic? The president does speak for America and the American people. His administration is there vested to carry out what the president's goals are. And when you have the majority, when you are the world's leader of the first world, you need to automatically have. I think the very act of asking for that authority then allows an internal negotiation between Congress and the president, which may have nothing to do with trade and often does not. So I don't see much value, because if people want to move on day one into doing what's right for America on the trade and commerce front, and we have spoken earlier that this ought to be a bipartisan goal, then the very act of asking for authority and then being granted and going through a process, some would argue, like me, is not entirely useful and not appropriate use of either Congress's time or the president's resources.
So it sounds a little bit like we're saying to Congress and really to the administration, although as you pointed out, the administration has already asked, is try to get the politics out of this discussion and do what's best for the American public, the American exporters, and the American economy.
Exactly. When you have that Mike Froman is going to be in a better position to negotiate with his peers when he meets them. And this applies to any number of things, from bilateral trade treaties we are looking at to multilateral coalitions, which we are trying to lead.
Absolutely. And this is a good lead into our discussion for tomorrow, which is discussion on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So again, Suresh, thank you for your insights, and we'll look forward to continuing our discussion tomorrow.
Great. Thanks.